come back on, you guys, and talk to you about what's going on with us on a collective level. But I have had to take a little bit of time for myself to go through the process that the universe is actively taking us through. So we have had a lot of energy, a lot of different energies. We had a lot of retrogrades. We're just coming out of the Lionsgate portal at this time, although that energy is still present. The energy is starting to dissipate at this time. We had an eclipse that just happened right after the Lionsgate on the 12th. We have another eclipse in Pisces coming up at the end of this month in a couple of days. So, all of this energy, what is it doing to us? How is it influencing us? Okay. The intention and what we're going through is what I'm relating it to or liking it to is a energy upgrade. Think about it like this, and spirit was actually showing me and telling me the process that we were going through. When I woke up the other day, my phone kept telling me that I had some updates that I needed to do on my phone. And in order to run this program that I had added to my phone, I had to first do some system updates before the program could be downloaded fully and used fully. So I'm sitting there on my bed and I'm thinking, in spirit says, this is what we're going through collectively. This is what you're going through. This is what most people are going through. So a lot of us, we are not in our divine we're not in our divine blueprint right now, energetically speaking. Okay, our vibration, our chakras, our aura, we have a lot of blockages, we have a lot of trauma, there's a lot of distortions. Okay, just to break it down scientifically. So from that perspective, the universe is influencing us through these astrological transits, right? And earth itself, because we are on Mother Earth, is going through an ascension process, right? She's came from 3D and moving into the 5D. We are like in the 4, moving into the 5D. So if Earth is raising her vibration, we are also being required to raise our vibration too, in order to stay on Mother Earth, maintain lives, and to live in harmony with Mother Earth. So as Earth is rising, it is also causing us to rise. And in doing that, it is helping us to break energetic blockages, curses, unblock things. It's causing us to process trauma. So for some of you, you may be going through spurts of like strong emotions that are breaking through, waves of sadness, waves of anger, waves of pain. These are emotions that have been suppressed. Okay, these are emotions that are connected to past trauma and events. Some of this is even astrological stuff that the universe is now putting pressure on, because it's intending for you to raise your vibration. So in order for us to go through this process successfully and to be able to go back into our divine genetic and energetic blueprint, we need to help this process happen. Okay, the process is requiring us to do a lot of cleansing, a lot of releasing, a lot of healing. Okay, in doing that, it allows us to then receive these upgrades that are coming to us through light codes. Okay, and light codes are basically vibrational energy that is being sent down from heavens, from the planets, from the stars here onto Earth. And those light codes are intended to help anchor. You're supposed to draw down that energy, absorb it, and anchor that energy into our bodies, right? So these light codes are giving us knowledge. It's giving us energetic healing. It's helping to activate gifts, energy, abilities within ourselves, right? To help us vibrate higher, to help us expand our consciousness and go through what we call transcendence, right? So, in order for us to do that, a lot of us, and this is no judgment either, but a lot of us are dealing with a lot of trauma that we need to heal. Maybe, and I've been talking to a lot of people who really haven't been keeping up with their spiritual hygiene, their spiritual maintenance. And when I say spiritual hygiene and maintenance, I mean on a regular basis, you should be doing things for yourself to keep things in your life moving clearly. Okay, so you should be cleansing regularly. Okay, when I say cleansing, different types of cleansing, using waters, baths, smudging. You can even do like candle rituals to cleanse, fire ceremonies. You want to make sure you're cleansing regularly. You want to make sure that you're protecting yourself regularly, because there are a lot of forces and a lot of things out here that you can't see with your two eyes, but that are there and are influencing us. People are sending us energy. Some of us work in environments where there's a lot of sick people, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of this toxic energy and whatnot. So we need to be protecting ourselves. That's going to keep you from having to do a lot of corrective things later on. Okay, you should be doing on a regular basis an uncrossing or like a reversal type of working, because again, if you haven't been, let's just say, and I'm not judging you guys, but I've talked to a lot of you who have gone through periods where you weren't doing your spiritual maintenance. You weren't protecting yourself regularly. You weren't cleansing yourself. When you go through 6 months of that, a year of that, guess what? Shit builds up. Just like if you don't wash your physical ass for 10 months, for a year, you're going to be stinky as all out hell, right? Okay. So this is why you have to also do the same thing on a spiritual level, okay? Because we're carrying energies, we're carrying trauma, we're carrying pain, we're carrying grief, and people are projecting things on us too as well at times. So periodically, when I say periodically, at least once a month, you should be doing some type of uncrossing, okay, or reversal or hex breaking, something that is breaking up negative energy, sending it back to its source. Okay, these are non-negotiables. Doing these rituals consistently, regularly, will keep things in your life flowing smoothly. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's going to keep everything out and that you won't have to deal with anything, but doing this regularly, I promise you, it will keep a lot of shit down. It will keep things flowing better, and the things that you want to manifest will be able to manifest. So that's the brunt of the work that we need to be doing outside of mundane things. Like, you need to give yourself grace during this time. This is not the time to try to push yourself energetically. You're going to be feeling tired, okay? Because going through a system upgrade, part of that upgrade is a release, okay, a processing, okay? So you need to be resting more, drinking your water. Some of you may need to do a fast, 3 days, 7 days, whatever you can do. If you can only do 1 day, you need to also begin to fast so you can let go of toxins, maybe even doing some deworming things. Get your wormwood, get your black walnut, okay? Take it internally to get rid of the parasites, but also black walnut baths, okay? Salt baths, bringing out your heavy duty herbs like your rue, your hyssop, okay? Your valerian root too. Get off bad shit. Very protective, but also very stinky root, okay? But it's very necessary. Your devil's dung, also very stinky, okay? But the stinky stuff, the bitter herbs cleanse you and uncross you, okay? So, and they break things up. So we need to get things off of us that we're carrying energetically within us in our aura, and things that we're carrying generationally. So there's a need for a lot of generational work to be done, generational cleansing, breaking of generational curses, blockbuster work, road opening work. You need to be doing a lot of Reiki, do your yoga, go outside and sun gaze, get some solar light. The sun can also help to heal and cleanse us as well during this time. Go for your walks, ground yourself outside, walk barefooted, sit in the grass, allow the earth, imagining whatever you're carrying going through a silver cord down into the earth, because you want to begin to release all of this stuff, okay? Getting your massages. I just went and got me a deep tissue massage the other day. Oh my God, that man was trying to break my back, but I let him, because I know I really needed it. And all he kept saying to me as he was working on me was like, oh, so tight. Oh, you're so tight. Yes, because I haven't been going. I've been working. I've been dealing with, I work and I also have my business. I have kids. So I haven't been doing my self-care things that I would normally do. So I've had to take my own advice and go back and start to do these things. So go get your massages, deep tissue massages. Go sit by the water. Make sure you're working with your water deities during this time, whatever water deity that you work with, because they're going to also help you to cleanse and release and bring in a nurturing, healing type of energy. Okay. I'm right now today, I'm doing a flash sale, 60% off everything on my website. The discount code is Zodiac. Okay, the sale will end today at midnight. Also, you guys, don't forget to take advantage of the uncrossing reversal work that I've put on my website. It's going to be gone by the end of September, so you want to take advantage of that. How you doing, Billy Mack? What's up in Liverpool? What's up, y'all? I hope to get there one day. It's time for me to start traveling. I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't traveled nearly as much as I would like to, but I ain't dead yet. So hopefully I'll get over there to see y'all. All right, y'all. So also, for some of you and a lot of you, the majority of you who are watching me, got a lot of generational stuff to work through. Let me tell y'all, hello. Let me say this: generational healing, generational work happened over many generations. Guess what? One spell, one ritual, 6 months of work, a couple days of work. None of that is going to really help you. Okay. This is lifetime commitment, you guys. Lifetime commitment to your generational healing. Okay. Think about how, especially some of us who are connected to bloodlines that are primordial. Okay. Because everybody didn't come from the same source, y'all. Everybody here, just like they had different types of beings, you had the, different types of, different souls and different, I want to say gods or godlike beings that had creator abilities created certain bloodlines. Let's just put it that way. And some of our bloodlines are ancient. Okay. And because of that, there's a lot of stuff in the bloodline. You live a long time, you go through a lot of stuff, you create karma, you go through shit. Okay. We have a lot of things that we have to heal in our bloodlines. But guess what? As you heal those things, as you break those curses, as you transmute that energy, you start to activate latent gifts, abilities, okay, blessings within the bloodline. Many of us ancient bloodlines have so much power and so many blessings in our bloodline. And don't think that this trauma and the things that we have went through that has caused us to not be centered in these abilities, not centered in these energies of abundance, prosperity, authority, it was done purposefully, okay, by those who rule us, the beings, entities, and factions that rule us. But all of that stuff is systematically being broken down, okay? Pluto's coming in Aquarius and going through humanity and saying, if it's not good for the collective, and if it's not good for humanity on a collective level, not just for the individual, we're breaking those systems down, okay? That's what Pluto is doing, breaking down these Plutonian systems, okay? Seriously. So we really do have to take our time during this time and go within and do the work and be patient with the process. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to commit to this, but I promise you, you will begin to see results in your life. And not only in your life, but if you have children, you will also begin to see the benefit of this work in their life. This type of work, we do it in stages and cycles, okay? And you have to commit to it for the long haul. If you really truly want to inherit, for the meek to inherit the earth, for you to inherit the generational blessings that is intended to come to your descendants and to you in this lifetime. Many of us in Christianity taught us that we have to die to wait to get to heaven. And we're supposed to be creating heaven on earth. We're supposed to be creating heaven on earth. All right. All right, y'all. So that generational healing package I have, that is also going to be leaving my site at the end of August. Purchasing those rituals together, you save about $700 or $800. I'm trying to put it out there because people, this is the frontier of the work that we really need to do. I love that people are moving to the occult and everything, but a lot of it is very catchy, and a lot of the work that people start out doing is very surface and very shallow. Okay, so it's time for us to go deep and get to the root of our problems. All right, y'all, I'm about to get my butt off of here. Don't forget, 60% off sale today only. Discount code Zodiac. Go to my website, www.enchanteddiva.com.